As far as the language goes, the Dominicans, they speak kind of an interesting form of Spanish. Everyone says that Dominican Spanish is like slang Spanish because they always cut off S's and they'll like combine words. One of the phrases that you'll hear a ton on your mission is "Cómo tú estás," which is "Cómo estás tú?" like "How are you?" but just combined. And so they just combine and they switch "estás" and "tú." They switch that around and just combine it all into "Cómo tú estás?" But in reality, they're saying "Cómo estás tú?" But that's a very common expression there. Everyone will say that. As well, they'll say "Que lo que?" which really doesn't have any meaning in like correct Spanish. But what that just means is, hey, what's up, brother? Although it is pretty slang, as well as "Cómo tú estás?" So missionaries were advised not to say those things, but those are very common phrases in the Dominican Republic, which you'll hear a ton. And my biggest advice for learning Spanish and being prepared to go to the Dominican Republic is just start learning right now. Just start going over, if you've taken high school classes, just start going over your notes. Maybe go online and do a Rosetta Stone or whatever. It helps a lot. Whatever Spanish you can get before you go on the mission, it gives you a big advantage over the other missionaries and just helps you really start getting into the work and being able to communicate your message to those that you're trying to teach. As well, while you're on the mission, one of my biggest pieces of advice would be always study the mission language of Spanish, and then always be willing to just try and speak it. Even if you're not very comfortable or if you don't know very many things or feel like your Spanish is not very good, still just go for it. Still just try and do your best and just have the humility to laugh at yourself if you make mistakes and have the humility to ask others if there's any way that you could improve and ask them to correct you if you ever make a mistake in Spanish, because that's really what helped me the most to learn, and I think that will be a big benefit for you as well, learning Spanish.